Hello everyone, the final to this video is explain the present perfect tense, the composition of your sentence, and show you some examples for this. The team is composed by me, Cesar Barraza, Angélica Carrillo, Vanessa Garay, and Alfredo González. The present perfect is composed by three forms, like in the other tenses, affirmative, negative, and interrogative. The first one, the affirmative, is composed by a subject plus an auxiliary have or has for plural, and has for singular. After that, the verb in past participle form and the present participle. Here, there is an example. They have been learning English for 2 years. The second, the negative, is composed by the subject plus the auxiliary plus not or your contraction haven't or hasn't. After that is the same, the verb in past participle and the present participle. Example, they have not been learning English for years. And the last one, the interrogative, is the same, but in this case, the auxiliary is first, have or has, plus subject, plus the verb in past participle form, and present participle, and question mark, don't forget. An example, have they been learning English for years? Okay. Below, I will show you some examples for the three forms. For the affirmative examples, we have I have already done my homework, they have written the report, Danny has already arrived to a party, she has finished her assignments. Okay, in the two first, we can see an irregular verb, done, written. In the other one, we can see a regular verb, arrived, finished. How do we know? Because the ed ending. The negative examples. They have not broken the relationship yet. Susan hasn't bought the dress that she liked. Mary has not started the project. The guys haven't washed father's car. The composition is the same, but the not is the difference. Finally, the interrogative examples. Have you been to England? Has she drunk in the last days? Have you called to your parents yet? Has he cleaned his room? And the same, two regular verbs and two irregular verbs. But by the irregular verbs is an arrow.
What are regular verbs in English? These verbs are the ones that form the simple past in affirmative sentences, and the past participle must add ed or d. To the verb in this explanation, we will tell you everything you need to know about the past participle. The verbs play and listen are regular verbs in English. Since to use them in the past, I participate and the past simple only in affirmative sentences. We must ed. For example, present, I played tennis with my cousin. Past, I played tennis with my cousin. Present perfect, I have played tennis with my cousin. In the previous example, we see how when using ed, the meaning of the verb change to the past simple. And the present perfect, for example, present, we listen to music every day. Past, we listened to music yesterday. Past perfect, we have listened that song 2 times. To these two verbs, we add ed and at the end, but the following concern arises. When do we add the ending ed and d to regular verbs? For example, when the verb ends in the vowel e. Decide, decide. Smile, smiled. Great, great. What are irregular verbs in English? Not need ed or d to form the past simple or past participle. Don't use verbs are those that break the rule of regulars. For example, the verb things means thing is past simple and past participle form is thought. Verbs with totally different forms. For example, it's write, wrote, written, swim, swam, swum. Verbs whose past simple and past participle are the same. Dormir, sleep, slept, slept. Vender, sell, sold, sold. Verbs with exactly same form. Cut, hit, and beat.
Hello everyone, I am Adrián González. I'm going to tell you example of regular verbs and irregular verbs. The regular verbs, for example, verb answer. Has another answer the test? Is question form. In affirmative form, say yes, she is. Answer the test. In negative form, no, she hasn't. Verb call. Have Jason and Jacob called the teacher? In affirmative form, yes, they've called the teacher. Negative form, no, they haven't called the teacher. Verb open. Have you opened the store? Yes, I have. Negative form, no, I haven't opened the store. Verb talk. Question form. Has Charlie talked with Alfred? Affirmative form, yes. He's talked with Alfred. Negative form, no, he hasn't. Irregular verbs. Verb awake. Has Claire awoken? Affirmative form, yes, he has. Negative form, no, she hasn't awoken. Verb buy. Question form, have you bought a new car? Affirmative form, yes, I bought a new car. Negative form, no, I haven't. Verb cut. Have they cut the material? Affirmative form, yes, they cut the material. Negative form, no, they have not cut the material. Verb broke. Has Carla broken with her boyfriend? Affirmative form, yes, she has. Negative form, no, she hasn't. It's all for me. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vanessa, and I am going to tell you about the past participle and time expressions. We can say that the past participle in English is a verb form that is accompanied with another verb and auxiliary verb to form a compound verb tense. In English, it is known as past participle. The regular participles or regular past participles, they are formed like this. Basic form más id. Forma básica, past participle, participio. Watch, watched. Que es mirado. Talk, talked, hablado. Play, played, jugado. Clean, cleaned, limpiado. Show, showed, mostrado. Verb with the spelling change is some regular verbs undergo a spelling change when forming the past participle. These are divided into two groups: the verbs that end in and the verbs to which the final consonant is double. Verbs that end in y. Rule. When a verb ends in or more consonant, you have to change the a to I before adding the ed. Forma básica, past participo, participio. Cry, cried, llorado. Reply, replied, contestado. And time expressions is there are many words and expressions to refer to time. You can use this sequence events and to make stories and anecdotes more interesting. Look at these time expressions. Is it important to use right preposition when using time expression? Add more the exact time. For example, I usually wake up at 6:30 in more a period of time. For example, she started working in the morning and left late in the evening. On more a day. For example, I was born on 30 June and he had an amazing party on his birthday. For more a length of time, it's for example, I waited for Sarah for 2 hours and since more a point in time is I have been here since 11 o'clock. There is no prepositions is before last, next, this, that day, every, all, whole, yesterday, tomorrow, or today. For example, he arrived from France last night, and I have a meeting with him next Monday. It's all. Thank you for your attention.
And this is all for you. We hope the video was useful for you, and thank you for watching.